Yes! Alright, what's up, everybody? Peter Joseph here, your tribal god! Don't you forget it. Back at you again with another video, my second video of the day. This time, once again, on the main channel, Killer of Demons 66. Nah. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to this channel and my other channels, which are down there, you know where, inside my pants, otherwise known as the description box below. So subscribe to those channels, show me a little support, and all that good shit. Like the video, dislike, I don't give a shit what you do. Leave a comment if you wish. Also, if you're on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, you have to be real. If you're not, please, for the love of God, get a life, get a job, and get out of here. We're all real here. We don't like fake bitches and losers. Not here. So, if you're real, you're a real person, you like wrestling, the sport, professional wrestling, then you came to the right place. Right here on Killer Demons channel and my other channels as well. So, that's that. And also, don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, you're shit out of luck, baby. Ha ha ha! And that's pretty much it. Alright, I just got back from a long night. A long night of heavy metal and kick ass. It is what it is. And that's pretty much it. Had some good fun with some great people. Playing some heavy metal music, you know. Doing what I love, you know. Being on the audio boards and, you know, playing that electric twanger. That's a guitar for you dumb people at home. You know, making some good music, you know, editing, filming, shit like that. You know, but we had a good time in New York City. And that's pretty much it. You gotta love New York City, even though it smells half the time. And it's dirty. But in any case, it's a great city. Probably one of the greatest cities in the world. And it's true. The city that never sleeps. And that's that. But I had fun, and I'll be doing it all again next week. But we'll see what happens like that. See what what's going on next weekend. But, you know, we'll see what happens with that. But in any case, I hope you had a great day, everybody. That's all that matters. If you didn't have a good day, well, that's too bad for you. That's all that matters. Alright, so check out my first video of the day, my SmackDown review from 2 nights ago, Friday, because it's late. It's 2 o'clock in the morning here in the Northeast. And like I said, I just got home about almost 45 minutes ago. So I had to feed the cat, you know. You know, throw some water on my head because it's fucking hot outside, and even in my house it's fucking boiling. And I got the AC cranking, got the fan cranking, I got everything cranking. No wonder my electric bills is up the wazoo. It's summer. What are you gonna do? But it is what it is. So check out my SmackDown review. Link will be down below in the description box below. Alright. So that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, at 2 o'clock in the morning, it is time for your late night, close to very late night, AEW Collision review for July the 8th, 2023, or if you're now watching this, well, you're watching this on July the 9th, 2023, but the show was broadcast live on TNT, July the 8th, 2023, from that, well, I would say great city of Regina, Canada. So, we're still in the Canadian tour for Collision. Collision next week will be in, where is it next week? I think it's in Calgary. I think it's in Calgary next week, because it's the final edition, final Canadian edition of Collision, and then we'll go back to the States for Collision the week after next. Next week is Collision Episode 5 and Battle of the Belts 7. So 3 hours of AEW wrestling. You gotta love it. Yeah, you got a live show and really taped, because Battle of the Belts is always taped. It's never live. I think once it was live, but I don't know if it's live. It's gonna be live next week, but I don't know. But so we're setting up the card for that. Next week is the men's and women's finals for the Owen Hart tournament. We got almost everybody. Well, we got the men's final already. The women's final will be set up on Friday. We got Sky Blue and Ruby Soho on Dynamite this Wednesday night, and Willow Nightingale and Athena, which was supposed to be tonight, but Willow got hurt in Japan in her match with Julia, where she lost the New Japan Strong Women's title. So that match will now be on Friday night. So we got that, and then the finals will be on Saturday. And then we got Battle of the Belts right after that. So got a lot of good stuff coming your way next week. So that's that. But tonight's show was all about Punk Joe 4. The match, I think it said 18 years in the making. Because we haven't seen the last one we saw was in 2005. I thought it was 6, but it was 5. But in any case, that was the big one tonight. But we had some other stuff to get to. So let's get into that. Alright, so we started off the show, and as always, our commentary team of that hermaphrodite... he's not really a hermaphrodite. That's The Rock saying that. We have the legendary Kevin Kelly and another legend, former Ring of Honor Grand Slam. No, he wasn't Grand Slam champion. He was a pure champion. He also was a Ring of Honor champion. Not as long as Samoa Joe, the longest Ring of Honor champion in Ring of Honor history. That's a trivia question. That's Samoa Joe, by the way. But Nigel McGuinness on commentary. Alright, so we start off with the usual Saturday night's main event type promos from all 4 men in the semifinals. Ricky Starks, Powerhouse, Will Hobbs, Joe, and Punk ready for their matches tonight. So we get that. Alright, so we start off, after Punk's promo, he says, well, I'm going to go talk to the fans. So we open with Punk. He comes out. He's all ready for Joe, the biggest match of his career. It feels like it should be the final match. It should, not the semi. It should be the finals. That's the way it was booked. What are you going to do? But he's not going to look past Ricky Starks or Powerhouse Hobbs. He says, Joe is the reason I'm missing teeth. I have scars on my head. I look like chopped liver. But the name Punk wants to hear tonight is the late, great Rocket Owen Hart. You great man up there. Man, it should be Hall of Fame. But that's another story for another time. We will not talk about Martha Hart right now because she's a great woman. But, you know. Anyway. So Punk says Owen is the reason a lot of people are here. And while there's a lot of talent in the locker room, they aren't here without Owen Hart. That's true. So Punk's not superstitious, goes over to touch the trophy that he will earn. But win, lose, or draw, he will leave it all in the ring tonight. And boy did he. And that's all I can say about that. So I gave Punk's promo 3.25 out of 5 stars. Off and running on Collision. Then we see Joe, Punk, 1, 2, and 3. Well, not all of them. We see like stills and everything. With old and new footage, with that tag match on the first edition of Collision. That was good. So we see that. I like to see the old school Ring of Honor matches. 2005, man. That That trilogy is so fucking good. I don't think it ever can be duplicated. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so after that, we go to our first match of the night. The first semifinal match in the Men's Owen Hart Tournament. Powerhouse Will Hobbs versus Absolute Ricky Starks. It was a decent match. QTV is out there. QT Marshall, not. Also, Aaron Solo, me bookie, was there. And the beautiful, vivacious Danielle Harley Cameron. Oh. In any case, it was okay. Back and forth they went. Getting to the end, and a springboard tornado DDT doesn't really go so well for Ricky, and Hobbs is back with that patented spine buster. Looked like it was about to go for the win, but for some odd reason, QT Marshall not distracts the referee. Why? Which allowed Ricky to send Hobbs into QT Marshall, knocking him off the apron. Then he hits a big-time spear, goes for the cover, 1, 2, 3, in exactly 11 minutes. Ricky Starks goes to the finals where he will face Joe or Punk. I thought it was going to be Hobbs. I really thought they were going to go with Hobbs in this, but they go with Ricky Starks. He picks up the win. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, Hobbs is pissed. And he's really pissed off at QT Marshall not. And then Aaron Solo tries to play Peacemaker. He gets a spine buster for his troubles. And then Harley Cameron, Danny L, gets in between them. And I think she used some type of, probably showed her boobs in there. I don't know. But she basically kind of calmed Hobbs down, and Hobbs just left in a huff. He's like, fuck you guys, I'm out of here. Or the ever popular, fuck this shit, I'm out. That's what he did. He said, I'm out of here. Fuck you guys. So we'll see what happens with that situation as we roll on. But Ricky Starks is in the finals. And we'll see what happens next weekend. And that's that. Alright, then we get a video from God's favorite son, Miro. Miro smash CJ Petty pussy. Yeah! Oh, I love saying that. Anyway, he's ready to hurt anyone because nobody can hurt him except for CJ Perry. Nothing can tempt him except CJ Perry. Not a shiny belt, a jealous god, or a double-jointed hot wife. Yeah, nothing can tempt him. Bullshit. Bullshit. You're just talking crazy there, Miro. Okay. Anyway, so we'll see what happens with Miro as we move on. He's already had one goddamn match. No, it's 2 matches, I think, on Collision already. Won both of them. Well, we haven't seen him in a couple weeks, huh? Tony! It is what it is, and that's that. Alright, after that, we go to the back with my good friend, the very legendary man who should be in the Hall of Fame, Tony Baloney Schiavone. He's with the Dancing Queen, Willow Nightingale. Oh, happy Willow Nightingale. Who's upset about being injured in her match against Julia in Japan over the weekend or something like that. The past week, I should say. And then Athena, the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, comes in. She starts mocking her. Says, your injury's not even legit. Then they mention that the match is on Friday on Rampage. Athena is looking forward to beating her again. But Willow is ready for the match. And then says, well, if I beat you, I should get a shot at that little bitty belt right there. So Athena's like, well, if you beat me, I'll entertain that. I told you it might happen. I told you. If Athena wants competition, and she's basically beating nobodies, now I think a Death Before Dishonor, Willow Nightingale will probably give her a test. I don't think she will win, but you never know, but I mean, Athena's almost at 100-0, I think, as Ring of Honor champion. She's held that for almost a long time. She's getting like Jade Cargill like heat right now. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens on Rampage. And I gave the segment 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a video on Blood and Guts. The first one and the second one. And then we got the third one coming a week from Wednesday in that shithole of Boston, Massachusetts. With the Elite and a mystery partner against the Blackpool Cook Club and a mystery partner of their own. So we'll probably get the mystery partners this week on Dynamite and maybe Rampage and Collision. We'll see what happens with that. If I had to guess the Elite's partner, I would have said Ibushi, but I don't know about that. I mean, Kenny did say it's a guy that he recruited recently. I don't think he recruited Ibushi in Japan, so it has to be somebody from Japan. Who? I don't know. I doubt it's Ibushi. I doubt it. As far as the Blackpool Cook Club goes, it might be Shota Umino. I don't know. I'm thinking it's Don Callis, to be honest with you. I think it might be Don Callis, but then again, who knows? So we'll see what happens with that. Let me move on. All right, match number 2. We go to the women, the beautiful women. We have Miss Maria Brink 2.0, Julia Hart, who sings her theme song. Oh, it's a banger. She's taking on a local talent named Bambi Hall. And no, she was not from the strip club. Julia wins this match in exactly 2 minutes and 22 seconds. Hey, make a wish. So, she wins with the Rings of Saturn. But, yeah, it is what it is. Maybe, you know, it was just an easy match for Julia. She brings out Andrade's mask and everything. And then Brody King was out with her. Okay, we got that. So I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after that, we get Malachi Black talking about Andrade has put too much value and faith in the mask. It's like a child who can't let go of his teddy bear. But Malachi says, I'm willing to show you the truth. And then we hear from Andrade, who says, I'm a businessman. Kikito, take it easy. Take it easy. But the mask represents his family and his culture. When he takes the mask off, it is time to fight and win. So we'll see what happens with that as we roll on. And as they're kind of replaying NXT for Malachi Black and Andrade when Andrade had the belt with Zelina Vega. But this time you don't have Zelina, Malachi. You have Julia Hart. Not, you know, a little bit of a downgrade, but, you know, Zelina's hot. Julia's a nice little lady, too. I met Julia Hart back about a year ago, when she was, before she joined the House of Black, when she was still doing the cheerleader gimmick. I met her, and she was pretty cool. She was pretty cool. Yeah. 23-year-old, I think she's like 23, I think. And she's married to, who's she married to? Damn it, I think it's Sean Dean or Lee Moriarty. It was one of those guys. I forget who she is actually engaged to. So, good luck, you know, good job there. Anyway, we move on with that. So I gave both of those promos 3 out of 5 stars. All right, and then we move on. All right, then we go to the match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Non-title match is a non-title eliminator match. So if the Bullet Club Gold win, they get a title shot. So we had the Bullet Club Gold edition of Rock Hard, Juice Robinson, and my good friend, the Switchblade, Jay White, taking on the AEW Tag Team Champions, FTR, Fuck the Revival, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood. This match was epic. Epic fucking match. I loved it. You know, Bullet Club did everything in their power to get that win and get that title shot. FTR is like, no. Well, I gotta do it like my good friend Fala. Bah! No. But it was back and forth. Jay White hit the Blade Runner on, I think it was on Cash, kick out. FTR hits the Spike Power Driver, kick out. The fans were going completely berserk. They tried for the big rig or the shadow machine that got countered. But we get near the end, and Juice comes back in with a leg lariat to Dax, but Cash Wheeler power slams him for a near fall. Jay White grabs the Blade Runner, and then everybody's down for a double down. And then Dax and Jay White chop each other to bits. But then Juice Robinson comes in off a blind tag. We got a forward DDT, plants Dax Harwood, and then Cash Wheeler can't break up the pin, and the Bullet Club get the win, and they earn a title shot, which is going to be next week on the program. So, great match, 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really wanted to give it 5, but I had an inkling just to give it 4.5. An inkling to give it 4.5. It was that good. And we're going to see it again next week. But not in just any old match. 2 out of 3 falls. Oh. I don't know if they can top what they did tonight. But we'll see. But that's that. But this match was, loved it. I loved it. Great chemistry from all 4 men. I don't know what's going to happen next week. And I don't know why it's not a Battle of the Belts. But I guess they put the TNT title on the line. You know, I think Luchasaurus is defending the belt. Nobody cares. But we move on with that. Luchasaurus is taking on Shawn Spears on that show, by the way. So, is he gonna win? Who knows? With that TNT belt that feels like a freaking hot potato, who knows? But I doubt it. But we move on with that. So we got that segment before that, the FTR 2 out of 3 falls segment. So we got that. So I gave all that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go back to the action, no pun intended. And speaking of action, we have Action Andretti taking on the returning Scorpio Sky, former TNT champion, two-time TNT champion, former AEW tag team champion with SCU. First ever AEW tag team champions, way back when, remember that. But, Scorpio, he got lost in the shuffle, and then he went away for a while. Now he's back, he's on Collision in his re-debut, if you will, his comeback match. And he goes up against Action Andretti. Match was okay, not great, but a little bit of a high flying from both men. Action Andretti hits a backbreaker into a neck breaker. Followed by a Spanish fly for a near fall. Big up to Joel and Jose Maximo, the SAT, Spanish announce team. Love them guys. My mentor, by the way, Joel Maximo. Anyway, Scorpio can't get a backslide, but he can block a split-legged moonsault. Then he picks up Action Andretti, hits the TKO. 1, 2, 3. Scorpio Sky gets the win and his return to AEW. And that's it. And we'll see what happens with him as we move on. And that's that. So, gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. Not bad. Not bad. Alright, after that, we get what's coming up on Dynamite this week, and Rampage this week, and Collision and Battle of the Belts. So, if you missed that, I missed all of it. I couldn't write it down because I was out. So, I just, I was out and I got home like 45 minutes ago and I just skimmed through the whole thing. So, I didn't watch all of it. I watched the whole thing of Punk and Joe. That was great. And the tag title match. Great shit. Oh, great. And so we get that. So we got a lot of action this coming week on Dynamite, Collision, Rampage, and Battle of the Belts 7. And we move on. That's that. Then we go to your main event of the evening. This was it was good, not as great as the trilogy, the last 3 matches, which Joe beat the fuck out of Punk. I mean, legit fucked him up. I mean, if you don't have that DVD of Joe versus Punk, you are missing out. I'm sad. I'm sorry to say that. But this is Joe Punk for semifinals of the men's Owen Hart tournament. The winner faces Ricky Starks next week in the finals. And we get that. This match, like I said, was good, but not as great as that trilogy back in 2005. But even they fought in 2003. But the epic matches they had in 2005, forget it. Whew. That is some good shit. And that's that. Alright, this is a non-title match, obviously, because it's not for Joe's TV title, which he's going to be, well, I don't know what he's doing with that belt at Death Before Dishonor, but we'll see what happens with that. But this was a good match. It started off with, Punk, teasing Joe and everything. Getting a couple shots in, and Joe's getting pissed. And Joe's like, they go in the corner, and Joe's like, you still can't beat me, I'm gonna kick your ass. And then Punk comes out, like, I can do it, I'm gonna beat you. So, wasn't very much for the first couple minutes. But then Joe works on a neck crank, and then Punk fights his way back. Then we get a leg lariat, staggers Joe. Punk hits the running knee in the corner. Goes to the bulldog out of the corner, but gets counted into a standing coquina clutch. Excuse me. Which is counted into a belly-to-back suplex by Punk. He goes up top, hits the Macho Man elbow, raining down from heaven. Ooh, yeah, get right, Miss Elizabeth. That's right, Randy. Thank you, Randy. Ooh, yeah. Okay, that's enough. Anyway, Punk hits that, gets a near fall out of that, goes for the GTS and gets counted into a crossface. And guess where? In Canada. No, it was not like that guy named Benoit or Benoit. But anyway, get the crossface. That gets broken up. Joe hits that patented snap power slam of his. Oh, it's so sickening. Gets a near fall out of that. And frustration and exhaustion are kicking in from both men. Punk kicks Joe right in the head for a near fall. Goes for a tornado DDT. It gets blocked. Then he hits that patented swinging neck breaker. Goes for the GTS again. And Joe counted it. But then Punk counted almost like a victory roll. And goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Finally! Punk beats Joe in their fourth match. It was a pretty good match. 15.5-minute match. Pretty good match. Like I said, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Great match. The fans loved it. I enjoyed it. And that's it. So Punk will face Ricky Starks in the finals next week on the program. And I think Punk will win. I think this tournament was already, when Punk was already announced in the tournament that he was going to win. I was thinking it might be Joe, but, But they're going to give it to Punk most likely next week. He'll get the little trophy. He'll get a belt. Martha Hart will be there, I would assume, because it's in Calgary. And she will also, give the belt and the trophy to the women, which will probably be Ruby Soho. I would think it might be Ruby. I think it's going to be Ruby versus Willow. I think that they might give it to Willow. I think they might give it to Ruby, but we'll see what happens with that. Let me move on. So, like I said, Punk beats Joe for the first time in 4 tries. And match, like I said, 3.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, fans, they're looking at each other. The fans are, like clapping and everything. So Punk offers a handshake to Joe. Joe takes the handshake, but in traditional Joe fashion, pulls Punk in, locks in a coquina clutch, chokes Punk out. Then he goes outside, grabs a chair to do more damage like he did to Roddy, who kind of messed up his neck last week. But FTR come out and make the save as Joe skedaddles out of the ring. And then we see Ricky Starks come out, and him and Punk have a stare down to end the show. So there you go. So maybe we'll see Punk Joe 5. We'll see. But, it's really 3-1 Joe, but We may see another Punk Joe match, maybe for the AEW title, maybe for the TV title, for Ring of Honor TV title. Not that Punk needs that, but we'll see. I think Punk will try to get revenge on Joe, so maybe Punk will be on Death Before Dishonor to face Joe for the TV title and maybe win the TV title. That he's never won that before in Ring of Honor, so we'll see. But if that happens, I think that will be another good match, but we'll see. Alright, so that ends Collision, and it was a pretty good show. I gave it 7.25 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think of the show down below in the comments section. Just let me know what you guys think of the show. I thought it was pretty good. I hope the ratings do good. We'll probably see by tomorrow, or maybe by Monday or Tuesday, what the ratings are. SmackDown did 2.375. For Roman alone, I mean, come on. Roman and the Bloodline alone, they get ratings. I mean, come on. I don't know what Rampage did. Probably not that much. But we'll see what happens with that. But I hope Rampage does a good rating. Because last week they did 456,000. This week, I mean, people had to see Punk Joe. That was the price of admission. This was a match. If nobody saw Punk Joe 1, 2, and 3, this was the match you had to see. But for old school guys like me, you know, we've seen that already. But I wanted to see this one, and hopefully, like I said, the ratings come out, and hopefully they went up a little bit. Maybe 500,000, maybe 600, who knows? But I think this was a good episode of Collision, and we'll see what the ratings are when they come out. And that's pretty much it. Alright, everybody, I gotta go. Thanks for watching. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Until next time, peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your Cocoot. And if you're not down with that, you're SOL, and you know what that means. Ha ha ha! And also, if you're still not down with that, I think you know what's coming. The best fucking catchphrase ever in the history of this fucking website. If you're not down with that, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! That's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Rampage. My Rampage review tomorrow. And hopefully you have a great weekend, everybody. And until next time, my friends. Peace.